Jodu Kalasha, the twin towered temple. About 30 kilometers from the important Chalukyan center of Badami in Karnataka is a sleepy town of Sudi. It is the home of the Jodu Kalasha temple. This Shaivite temple has twin towers sharing a common Nandi Mandapa and has identical shikharas or spires. Sudi was a very important seat of the Western Chalukyan dynasty who ruled large parts of Western India between the 10th and the 12th century AD. Sudi, in the present day Gadag District of Karnataka, was a very important seat of Western Chalukyan dynasty, and numerous inscriptions of different Western Chalukyan rulers have been found here. The inscriptions call the city Rajdhani Sundi or the capital Sundi. These emphasize the importance of this place in the earlier times. From archaeological evidence, it indicates that the town served as the mint of the Western Chalukyan Empire. As per a record stone inscription in this temple, a man named Nagadeva, a minister for the Chalukyan king Someshwara II, who ruled between 1068 to 1076 AD, decided to build a unique Shiva temple in the town in the year 1069 AD. What we know from this inscription found inside the temple tells us about the beauty of this place in the earlier times. The temple is built as per the Sudi style of Chalukyan architecture, which continued to use sandstone, while other regions of Karnataka started using soapstone, which was easier to carve. It is believed that this temple was originally called the Nageshwara temple because of the person or the patron Nagadeva who made this temple. The temple contains two garbhrahas, that is sanctum sanctorums, sharing a common Nandi Mandapa. While the western sanctum houses a Shivlinga, the eastern one is empty. In this temple, Jodu Kalasha, the locals believe that if we turn the Shivlinga in the clockwise direction, a secret passage opens up leading to the nearby Mallikarjuna temple. However, we have never tried this. Maybe it is just a Kivadan. Sudi is a small town in the Gadag District of Karnataka. It is referred as Sundi in the inscriptions. Though now it is reduced to a small town, it was the capital town of a significant region called Kuskudi 70. The earliest reference of Sudi comes in Western Chalukyan inscriptions, where it is called Kuskudi 70, an important region which was governed by Akka Devi, the sister of Western Chalukyan king Vikramaditya V. She was also administering Turgare 60 and Masawadi 140 with Kuskudi 70. The main gate of this beautiful temple is along the main road. This gate is always closed. We visited this temple 1 year back. At the time also, the gate and the main fence was closed. The only way to reach this temple is through the backside, and this is the area of the backside. The village people who want to go to the temple have no other way to visit the temple but use the backside of this temple. The villagers told us that one will have to go back to the backside of the temple. So here we are. As we can say, this area was very dirty. However, since this was the only way to enter the temple, on the way, we found two young boys who were probably playing inside the temple or maybe were just crossing the way. As you can see, there are high fences, wired fences, and then we also found some other people using the same path. We started following them so that we could enter the premises of this beautiful temple. As you can see, this is a raised area and the ground is very low on the left side, and there is lot of thorny vegetation, and it was pretty difficult to move towards this entry area. Sudi became capital town of Kisukadu 70 region in the year 1069 AD as mentioned in an inscription dated 1069. It is mentioned as Rajdhani Sundi while the governor was the Nolamba king Premadi Singana Deva, who was a feudatory of the western Chalukyan king Bhuvanaika Nalladeva Someshwara II. It enjoyed the status of the capital town till at least 1084, where it is mentioned as a Rajdhani Sundi in an inscription of the western Chalukyan king Vikramaditya VI. Dharwad Gazetteer mentions that the goldsmiths of this town were licensed to mint coins, and foremost among them was the royal mint master Uttavoja, who struck coins for Vikramaditya VI. An inscription mentions gift of gold by Uttavoja during the reign of western Chalukyan king Vikramaditya VI. A Kalchuri inscription found here mentions that Kiskudi was governed by Sindha chiefs. Later, it was governed by local chiefs under the patronage of Seunas. Ultimately, it would have been passed to the Hoysalas. However, no Hoysala inscription has been found in this place. It seems Sudi was forgotten by all later empires as no Vijayanagara inscription is found here. An inscription dated 1113 AD mentions that on the north of the town of Sudi there are several sanctuaries dedicated to the god Panchalinga Deva installed by Pandava brothers. Many names of various gods are found in these inscriptions. These are Akeshwara, Achaleshwara, Nageshwara, Kamateshwara. Akeshwara is the present Mallikarjuna temple and Nageshwara is probably the Jodu Kalasha temple. The other three might be scattered around Sudi. It is possible that these five gods all together constituted the Panchalinga Deva, whose main priest was Someshwara Pandit Deva. Someshwara Pandit Deva is mentioned in an inscription dated 1069 AD with regards to the Achaleshwara temple. Someshwara Pandit Deva is again mentioned in an inscription dated 1075 when a village named Musiagere was granted to him for the benefit of god Panchalinga Deva. Someshwara Pandit Deva is again mentioned in an inscription dated 1084 AD and the god mentioned is Achaleshwara. A huge Nandi is placed in the mandapa facing the eastern shrine. This suggests that the eastern shrine was the main among both. The western shrine is presently empty. The god is referred as Nageshwara and the priest was Someshwara Deva Pandit Deva. An inscription dated 1069 AD mentions that Nagdeva, the emperor's, that is the western Chalukyan king Someshwara I, his minister and foremost among counselors, radiant and brilliant glory, raised in the excellent town of Sudi for Nageshwara, a surpassing dwelling, preeminent in the whole world, so that the people of the earth praised it, saying that it is loftier than the Himalayas or more spacious than the great silver mountains, that is Mount Kalasha. The inscriptions also mention that the Nagdeva constructed on each side of the temple white plastered buildings such as might be called the nest of gods and a quarter for public women. It further mentions that Nagdeva caused to be dug a pond which may be said to exceed in greatness the milk ocean and the Mansa Lake. A unique feature of this Garbhagriha is that there is a Makara Torna on the back wall. There is figure in middle of the Torna which is difficult to identify. It is possible that it represents Surya. An inscription dated 1069 AD mentions that Nagdeva, the emperors, that is the Western Chalukyan king Someshwara I, his minister and foremost among councillors, radiant and brilliant glory, raised in the excellent town of Sudi for Nageshwara, a surpassing dwelling, preeminent in the whole world, so that the people of the earth praised it, saying that it is loftier than the Himalayas or more spacious than the great silver mountains, that is Mount Kalasha. The inscriptions also mention that the Nagadeva constructed on each side of the temple white plastered buildings such as might be called the nest of gods and a quarter for public women. It further mentions that Nagadeva caused to be dug a pond which may be said to exceed in greatness the milk ocean and the Mansa lake. A unique feature of this Garbhagriha is that there is a Makara Torna on the back wall. There is figure in middle of the Torna which is difficult to identify. It is possible that it represents Surya. One of these stone inscriptions, the translation of which I shall be reading it out. This inscription is available in the temple of Jodu Kalasha. It is called the South Indian Inscription, Volume 12, number 55, Epigraphia Indica, Volume 15. The record is dated Saka 932, corresponding to the year 1010 AD. The inscription belongs to the reign of Western Chalukyan king Tribhuvan Malladeva or Vikramaditya V. It mentions that the king's sister Akadevi, who was governing over Kisukadu 70, and registers the leasing out of certain estates by the six Gavundas and the 8 Shettis of Shundi to the Mahajans of Brahmapuri of the locality. There is one more stone inscription inside the temple of Jodu Kalasha Deva, South Indian Inscription, Volume 11, number 95. Epigraphia Indica, Volume 15. The record is dated Saka 981, corresponding to the year 1061 AD. The inscription refers itself to the reign of the Western Chalukyan king Trailokya Malladeva or Someshwara I and records that Mahasamant Adipati Nagadevaya granted the village of Savnur in Kisukadu 70 to Someshwara Pandit Deva under the royal warrant when the king was campaigning at Puliyappa Yanvidu in Sindhavadi Nadu. Nagadevaya of this inscription must be identical with the homonym minister of Someshwara figuring above.